When our carriage was attacked by bandits, my fiancé and my brother both instinctively saved my cousin. I fell off a cliff, and when I woke up, I had lost all feelings for them. I woke up from the pain of my wounds. The first person I saw when I opened my eyes was my mother. She was leaning by the table, rubbing her temple with her right hand. When she heard me wake up, joy appeared on her face. "Quick, Lucy's awake, go get the doctor." The one who came in with the doctor was my older brother, Jack. He stood off to the side with his head lowered, and only after the doctor finished examining me did he awkwardly step forward to speak. "Lucy, I'm sorry about what happened that day. I thought Tom would save you." Tom was my fiancé. 3 days ago, I went with my cousin to pray at the temple, but we were taken hostage by bandits. When the carriage was about to fall off the cliff, he and Jack both reached for Anna's hand at the same time. I nodded. Jack's reasoning made sense. I was the one engaged to Tom, so by all rights, Tom should have saved me first. Under those circumstances, it wasn't really wrong for Jack to save my cousin. I understood. Before long, Tom came too. He had the same awkward expression and gave the same excuse. "Lucy, I thought Jack would save you, so I nodded again. Jack was my real brother, born of the same mother. Back before father passed the imperial exam, the two of us often helped our mother sell embroidery in town. To get from the village to town, we had to take a mountain road. One rainy day, rocks came rolling down the mountain. I pushed Jack away, but a rock hit me in the head. Jack carried me all the way to the clinic, not even realizing he had lost his shoes. Only after the doctor finished treating me did he realize both his feet were covered in blood. Anyone would have guessed that he would save me first that day. So Tom grabbing my cousin actually made sense too. Then who was wrong? It couldn't be me, right? The room suddenly went quiet. Seeing how awkward things had become, Mother tried to smooth things over. The doctor said Lucy is fine. She only has a few scrapes. You two don't need to blame yourselves. Both of them let out a long breath. Jack looked at me, then whispered a few words into Mother's ear. After hearing him, she hesitated, then spoke to me. "Lucy. Anna was frightened that day, and now she can't be left alone. I'll go check on her. Once she falls asleep, I'll come back and stay with you. You know how it is. Anna lost her mother when she was little, and she's terribly timid. As her older sister, you should give in to her more." "Okay." When Mother heard my answer, she froze for a moment. "What did you say?" I looked up at her calmly. I said, "Okay, Mother, go stay with Anna. I have maids here to take care of me." I didn't question her like I used to, asking with tears in my eyes, who was really her biological daughter, me or Anna? Mother looked stunned. She reached out, wanting to touch my cheek. Ever since my cousin came into our home when I was 6, we rarely had moments this close. So when I saw her reach for me, I instinctively turned my head away. Jack was clearly getting impatient. He gently pushed Mother by the shoulder and guided her toward the door. "Mother, let's go check on Anna first. She hasn't seen you in days. She must have gotten so much thinner." Ever since Mother said I was fine, the guilty look on his face had completely disappeared. He casually waved at me. "Lucy, get some rest. We'll come see you later." That later turned into 5 days. 5 days later, my scrapes had healed a little, and Amy and Lily accompanied me to the garden for a walk. Before we even got there, I heard laughter and chatter coming from inside. Anna stood behind Mother, massaging her shoulders, while Tom and Jack sat nearby, talking about the latest gossip in the capital. The moment they saw me, everyone stopped talking. Anna turned around, looking surprised. "Lucy, what are you doing here?" Before, my feelings always ran ahead of my reason. When I heard Anna ask that, I would only feel hurt without knowing why. But now that my emotions had faded, I could see everything clearly. It wasn't "Lucy is here." It was "Lucy, what are you doing here?" As if I was someone who shouldn't have shown up. "Am I not allowed to come?" Anna choked up for a second, then stammered out an explanation. "That's not what I meant. I just didn't expect your injury to heal so quickly." She looked like I had scared her. Enough. Mother squeezed Anna's hand to comfort her, her face looking displeased. "What happened that day wasn't your sister's fault. Why take your anger out on her? Anna already feels guilty enough. Lucy, you need to be more forgiving." Jack didn't exactly blame me. He smiled and comforted Anna instead. "Your cousin is tough. A little fall won't hurt her. The doctor already said she's fine, so don't blame yourself." Looking at the scene in front of me, I suddenly felt bored. Anna was my aunt's daughter. When Anna was 6, my aunt passed away. Her father married a harsh stepmother, who treated young Anna terribly. After Mother found out, she brought Anna to the capital overnight. When she saw how thin and bony Anna was, she broke down in tears on the spot. She said, "Lucy, Anna just came to the capital and isn't used to it yet. For now, I need to look after her more, okay?" I nodded, too young to understand. Nearly 10 years had passed since then, and Mother had put all her attention on Anna. Father was far away at the border, focused only on his career. He only sent a letter home every few months. But at least my brother was still on my side. Anna was sickly, and whenever Mother stayed up all night taking care of her, my brother would secretly take me out. He bought me fun little things from outside. Then one day, Mother found out. While she was scolding him, Anna stopped her. I was the one who asked him to go out and buy things for me. Please don't blame him, okay? That night, my brother stayed silent for a long time. Then he suddenly said to me, "Lucy, honestly, Anna has it pretty hard too." So later, when I realized Tom seemed to like Anna, I wasn't surprised. My whole life, it felt like I was always losing people. First my mother, then my brother, then Tom. In the end, I almost even lost my life. I started hiding in my room and stopped going out. Actually, it wasn't really hiding. I just didn't know what to do or what I wanted to do. Before, I loved going to Mother's room. Once everything is counted, she can go serve Lucy. Lucy blinked and leaned against Mother's shoulder with a half-joking smile. "Anna, you're not making excuses because you don't want to give Mary up, are you?" Whether the inventory is done or not is really just up to you, isn't it? Mother also frowned slightly and looked at me with suspicion. I met her probing gaze and said softly, "It won't take long, 3 days. In 3 days, I'll make sure Mary is sent over." That day happened to be an especially lucky day. Good for travel, good for weddings, good for moving into a new home. Outside, light snow drifted through the cold air. When the female official arrived with the imperial decree, Mother and Jack were not home. Lucy wasn't there either. The housekeeper stammered, "Madame and the young master went to Tom's family early this morning to discuss the wedding. They said it wasn't convenient to bring you, so they didn't tell you." I nodded, then took Mary and Amy into the carriage heading for the ferry. Everything about the estate grew farther and farther behind me. On the way back from Tom's family, Mrs. Zhao felt both happy and worried. Happy because her niece's marriage was finally settled, and she could finally answer to her sister in the afterlife. But she was also worried because she was only Lucy's aunt. Once Lucy got married, her real father and stepmother still had to be invited. Mrs. Zhao didn't like that brother-in-law, and she liked the stepmother who had once mistreated Lucy even less. But rules were rules, so she could only put up with it. But Lucy was thinking about something else. Seeing that they were almost home, she casually asked, "Auntie, today is already the 3rd day. I wonder if Anna will really send Mary over. If she really doesn't want to, please don't be mad. The maids around me are young, but with some training, they can still be useful." As Lucy spoke, she watched Mrs. Zhao's expression. Truthfully, she didn't need Mary that much. She was just unsettled by Jack's attitude after he got hurt. She desperately wanted to take something else from Anna, just to prove Auntie and Jack were still on her side. Sure enough, when Mrs. Zhao heard that, her eyes filled with pity, and she gently patted Lucy's head. "She's just a maid. Since when does Anna get to decide whether she gives her up or not?" Only then did Lucy relax. She knew Auntie would always take her side. Mrs. Zhao was distracted by her thoughts. She had already walked several steps inside before a maid quietly reminded her there was a female official sitting in the main hall. Judging from her clothes, she seemed to be someone from the Empress's side. Seeing that someone had finally returned, Jenny stood up to announce the decree. She had visited every family of the women traveling with the Grand Princess today. Those families had packed their daughters' luggage early and waved goodbye over and over. Only this family acted like they knew nothing at all. After Jenny finished reading the decree, no one came forward to receive it, so she raised her voice. Lady Zhao received the decree. Only then did Mrs. Zhao snap out of it. "Madam, could there be some mistake? I never heard Anna say anything about this. About going overseas with the Crown Princess." Jenny was in a hurry to report back. Hearing Mrs. Zhao say that, she took a document from the box her attendants carried. The familiar name Anna written on it made Mrs. Zhao sway slightly in shock. She took the paper with the name on it and murmured, "How could this be? Anna is my only daughter. She loves clinging to me the most. She tells me everything." Halfway through, Mrs. Zhao suddenly froze. She could no longer remember how long it had been since she last had a real conversation with Anna. She only remembered that the daughter who used to act spoiled in her arms had grown quieter and quieter. That was the child she had carried and raised. How had her heart drifted so far away? Mrs. Zhao stood there for a moment as if suddenly remembering something, then quickly walked toward Anna's room. The room was empty. Only the bedding and tea set sat neatly and alone on the couch. It looked as if a guest had once stayed there, and had politely arranged everything before leaving. Mrs. Zhao slowly sat down by the bed. "That ungrateful girl is getting bolder and bolder. When she comes back, I'll punish her properly." The fleet gathered at Taikang. After offering prayers to the sea goddess, we headed south toward Changle. This voyage had 2 goals. First, to display our nation's power and extend goodwill overseas. Second, to trade the spices, porcelain, silk, and other goods on board, and fill the treasury. I knew how to use an abacus and had studied the Jobi Swanjing, so the Grand Princess assigned me to keep the accounts. Mary and Amy could both read, so they helped me out. During the day, we checked cargo and recorded inventory. At night, we went back to our own room to rest. It was busy, but my heart finally felt steady. Beside her daybed was a cushion prepared especially for Anna. Mother would personally teach Anna embroidery and tea making. I would sit stiffly on a little stool nearby, unable to join the conversation. After enough times, I stopped going. Mother even complained that I was cold and not as thoughtful as Anna. Later, I loved writing letters to Tom. I would send him sachets and woven knots with the letters. In winter, I even sent knee guards I made myself. If I hadn't seen an identical sachet on my cousin that day, I probably would have kept sending them forever. The days passed one by one. I ate, slept, and read as usual, but I gradually grew thinner. Amy secretly went to ask Mother to come see me, but unfortunately, Anna was feeling unwell again. Mother couldn't get away, so she sent a maid to check on me. Seeing that I could still eat and drink, she stopped asking about me. Instead, it was Nanny Mary who somehow heard that I had been injured and came all the way from Jiangnan. After Anna arrived, Mother had no time to take care of me, so she found me a nanny. Nanny Mary took care of me for 9 years. Last year, after her eldest son passed the imperial exam, she followed him to Jiangnan to retire. I never thought she would come back. The moment she walked in, Nanny Mary started crying, touching my already healed wound as she asked, "Miss, it must have hurt so much, didn't it?" I pulled at the corners of my mouth and forced a smile. Of course it hurt. When I fell, I couldn't tell whether my body hurt more or my heart did. After I woke up, only my body hurt. After crying, Nanny Mary called Amy over and asked about everything: what I ate, what I wore, where I lived, and how I was cared for. Mother hurried over right then. Nanny Mary's son was now an official at court, so Mother didn't dare treat her lightly. Nanny Mary looked at me, then at Mother. She carefully advised her, Madam, I know you're kind and loyal, and you pity Miss Anna for losing her mother so young. But in the end, Miss Lucy is your biological daughter. Please love her a little more too." The more Nanny Mary spoke, the stiffer Mother's smile became. After sending her away, Mother stared at me with a dark expression for a long time. Finally, she let out a cold laugh. "You've really grown capable now. You even found an outsider to criticize your mother." I felt a wave of irritation. Not because she was blaming me, but because what gave her the right to call Nanny Mary an outsider? Was Nanny Mary wrong? "Mother, you never loved me in the first place, did you?" Mother didn't get angry. She only looked at me in deep disappointment, then shook her head and left. I watched her walk away. I didn't chase after her to apologize like I used to. But unexpectedly, she came again the next day. This time, she came for Anna's marriage. Tom and Anna love each other. Although you're the one engaged to the Tom family, if you insist on marrying into that family, it would only be forced. Tom stood behind her, looking at me with an indifferent face, as if trying to prove he had no feelings for me at all. I didn't give him much of a chance to speak. I simply answered, "Okay." But he didn't look as happy as I expected. Instead, he frowned at me. "Lucy, I know you're upset. If you want to blame someone, blame me, don't blame your cousin." I guess Mother probably knew she was being biased. Otherwise, why would she keep telling me again and again not to blame Anna? But I truly didn't care anymore. Nanny Mary's youngest son worked as a chief aide in the Grand Princess's estate. The Grand Princess had big ambitions. She had formed a fleet to sail overseas, and yesterday I asked Nanny Mary to reserve me a spot. The merchant fleet didn't keep useless people. Even with Nanny Mary's help, I still had to pass tests in reading and accounting. The day of the test happened to be my birthday. The house was quiet. I didn't even need to think to know Mother and my brother had gone with Anna to pay respects to my aunt. My birthday was the anniversary of my aunt's death. After my aunt passed away, that day became Anna's forbidden subject, and Mother never celebrated my birthday again. At first I understood. After all, my aunt was Mother's real sister. It was normal for Mother to grieve and fail to consider my feelings. But later I realized I was the only one in the house who wasn't allowed to celebrate a birthday. Anna's birthday was only 3 days away from mine, yet hers was still celebrated. I stubbornly asked Mother, "If I can't celebrate my birthday, why can she? When she celebrates hers, doesn't she think of my aunt too?" Anna cried for several days because of what I said, then fell sick right after. However long she was sick, Mother made me kneel in the courtyard for just as long. It seemed that from then on, I could no longer feel close to Mother. The assessment was fairly simple. After leaving the Grand Princess's estate, I was in a rare good mood, so I went to a restaurant by the street and ordered myself a bowl of birthday noodles. Amy and Lily said a long list of birthday wishes, then pooled their money to buy me a hairpin. As the sky slowly darkened, lanterns were hung outside the shops. Looking at their smiling faces, I suddenly felt that this was pretty good too. When I returned home, the whole estate was in chaos. I grabbed a servant and asked what happened. Only then did I find out Jack had been injured. In Pine Creek Courtyard, Mother was pacing anxiously in the outer room, while Anna sat off to the side with her head lowered, crying and apologizing softly. "Auntie, Anna didn't mean it. I was just so scared that I pushed my cousin out." I would never again feel like I did in Jack's house, where everything I did was wrong. The female officials traveling with me were about my age, and after a few days, we all got familiar with each other. The fleet stopped at Changle for half a month to rest and train. Once the winter north wind arrived, we could sail to Gwiran to trade for agarwood. I was on deck counting the agarwood when a female official suddenly came rushing over. "Lucy, someone is looking for you." I thought the Princess Royal had something to ask me, so I quickly headed toward the cabin. At the cabin entrance stood a young man. Looking at that familiar figure from behind, I called out tentatively, "Tom?" When he turned around, it really was Tom, Anna's youngest son. I had seen him a few times when reporting matters to the Princess Royal. Just as I was about to ask if the Princess Royal had any orders, he suddenly nodded toward the room, signaling me to go in. By the window, a woman in a short cross-collar jacket was looking at me with a loving smile. Tom sounded helpless. "Mom was too worried about you. She insisted on coming aboard, but she was afraid you wouldn't agree, so she only dared to tell you now." After drifting at sea for 14 months, the Princess Royal finally ordered us to return. The goods we had set out with had turned into a ship full of gold, silver, jewels, and rare treasures. His Majesty had no sons, only the Princess Royal as his daughter. Both he and the Empress wanted her to inherit the throne, but the court officials were stubborn. Some censors even threatened to die in protest, so the fleet did not return directly to Taikon. Instead, we traveled overland from Fuzhou back to the capital. Along the way, we built public granaries, opened soup kitchens, and set up charity halls. By the time we reached the capital, the Princess Royal's reputation had reached its peak. His Majesty struck while the iron was hot, naming her crown princess and installing her in the Eastern Palace. By the time we left the palace, it was already dusk. Tom and I supported Anna on either side, planning to go home and celebrate properly, but I never expected to see Jack at the gate of Anna's residence. He stood beside a carriage, looking as if he had been waiting for a long time. The moment he saw me, his eyes lit up. "Lucy, I heard the crown princess was returning to the capital today, so I came here early and waited. You left without a word back then. Mother was furious. Now that you're back, you should go apologize to her. We're family after all. Once everything is talked through, it'll be fine." A gust of wind blew past, and through the gap in the carriage curtain, I saw my mother sitting inside. Seeing that I still hadn't answered, she lifted the curtain with a complicated look. You've made your scene. Now Emma is married. Let everything from the past stay in the past. I glanced at the two of them, then kept supporting Anna as we walked forward. Mom, watch your step. What did you call her? From inside the carriage, my mother's voice turned sharp and urgent. She stared at me in disbelief. I'm your real mother. I sighed and tucked Anna's collar in for her. Mom, you go inside first. Once I handle this, I'll come home for dinner. In my heart, Anna was more like a mother to me than the woman who gave birth to me. So not long after the fleet set out, I had started calling her Mom. After sending Anna inside, I slowly turned around. Compared to me, you seem more like Emma's mother. My mother pointed at me, trembling with anger. I know you just can't stand your cousin. She lost her mother at such a young age and had to live under someone else's roof. If I didn't protect her a little, how sad would she be? You're my own daughter, and you're the older one. Why do you have to fight her over everything? I tilted my head and asked very seriously, but mother, what exactly did I fight her for? She was timid and didn't dare sleep alone, so I moved out of the main courtyard. She was weak and always sick, so half of the maids serving me were sent to her. She liked Mike, so the marriage arrangement with his family was given to Emma. To avoid making her sad, I never celebrated my birthday again. She always got first pick of the fabrics and jewelry at home. If she liked anything in my room, whether decorations or furnishings, she took it all. Mother, tell me, what did I ever fight her for? My mother opened her mouth and much of the anger on her face faded. Those are all material things. You are my daughter. Of course I would think of you. I shook my head, rolled up my sleeve, and revealed the crisscrossing scars on my arm. That year I fell off a cliff and was unconscious for 3 days before I woke up. But mother, you never even asked me if it hurt. My mother looked at those scars as if she were seeing them for the very first time. How could that be? The doctor clearly said you were fine. Yes? The doctor said my life wasn't in danger. So the moment I woke up, you hurried off to check on Emma, who had only been frightened. My mother's voice softened, but she still kept the air of an elder. I did neglect you in those years, but you are still a daughter of the Jack family. Staying away from home all the time, what does that look like? Emma is married now. From now on, I'll make it up to you. I looked at her and smiled. Then can I live in her courtyard? My mother's face darkened and she snapped at me. Do you really have to compete with her over everything? I looked at her deeply, said nothing more, and turned to walk into the residence. Jack reached out and stopped me.